Hi guys, how are you?
Hi.
It's tea
Ooh.
time to talk about. It is rare, Andrew, that me and you go live back to back unless there's something going on. You called me, right?
Yep.
And then we got to go live. What did you tell me on the phone? This is crazy.
Okay. This proves my point yesterday. Hello to everyone just joining in. This proves my point. If you watched yesterday's video, I said Erika Jayne is probably getting divorced to hide legal assets because once those assets are hers, they're no longer Tom's and they don't have a prenup.
Now, let me stop you right there. There's all kind of rumors going around about Erika Jayne and this divorce. Some people are saying that she has a boyfriend and she lives in another house with this man, but you have a different angle, right?
And this is an angle because I've seen this happen in Potomac. I've seen this happen in the places that I lived. The private school I went to, there was a very notable case that this happened to. The parents' divorce, it made like page 6. Like, it was ridiculous because they were doing something very similar to what Tom and Erika are doing.
Ooh,
I got a call. So for those, I have a broker who does airplanes, who does private planes. And I asked him to run the tail number of Erika Girardi's jet. Now, the tail number is the number on the back, and that's
what is that?
Yeah, it's the tail number identifying the plane. It's like a plane license plate, really, that's given by the manufacturer. And that's the best way to describe it. So, and I had him run the number and to find it's available for pre-sale. Now, in an asset like this, pre-sale is trying to gauge interest from different clients, and it's given exclusively to brokers. This is not public knowledge. This is not on airplane forum sites, and this is not in like a dealer showroom yet.
I'm a little confused. Explain what pre-sale is again, because remember, I don't know. I don't know anybody that owns their own jet. I just don't.
Pre-sale, it's trying to gauge interest on people so they can sell the asset as quickly as possible. This is trying to get brokers to go down their list of clients to see, okay, who's interested and who can pay cash or who can acquire financing to get this jet as soon as possible.
Okay, let me break it down in layman's terms. Let's compare it to selling a house. I go to an agent and say, do you think if I sold this, you'll have anybody to buy it? Is that how it's like? A little bit?
Exactly. So they've gone in, they've already done professional photographs. I have access to the maintenance records. I have access to every accident, anything, flight records. I have access to it all now. And me and my broker went over and I looked at everything because this Gulfstreams, so it's a Gulfstream from the later 90s. Now, Gulfstreams, planes are like cars. They're truly, see, boats, boats typically have a great service record. You don't really have to replace them. They're pretty good like that. Planes, if you don't take care of your airplane, it will have a life expectancy of 20 years. But if you keep it well maintenance records, you go from a good manufacturer, you can have this for 100 years or 50 years. So looking at the maintenance records, it has an excellent maintenance condition report. I'm telling you, this is a maintenance report. I saw every single staff detail. I had the part numbers. Everything has been used with original parts. This plane has been kept in excellent condition. It's been refurbished, so the interior is newer. Now, but when you're buying an airplane, you do not care about the interior because there's 3 things that you care about when you're buying an airplane: the manufacturer, the range, and the price. Because the range is how far it can fly. The interior is just, you can rip it out, do whatever you want with it. So the manufacturer, Gulfstream, is the highest reputable airplane manufacturer for private airplanes. It's the best.
So let me say this in layman's terms. Most people who buy a plane keep it for a long time, right?
Yeah.
You look at this as like they are trying to hurry up and sell it. How would that help them? Why would they do that?
Well, goes to the point that I made yesterday, that they're trying to get that the divorce is to hide the money, because he just got hit with another lawsuit from Judy Steinberg. I forget her last name. And Spellberg, yeah. This could be the nail in the coffin for Tom's law career, because this career is accusing him of malpractice.
So his license is in danger for this
His
lawsuit.
license is endangered because they're not only looking at the fact that this case problem, they're looking at Tom's age. And should an 81-year-old man really be practicing law at the age and the condition he's in? That's what the court is going to determine.
Okay, whoa, slow it all down, because this is a lot. You're not saying that, now you're saying that you have a huge suspicion that this is divorce is to hide his assets. They want to sell everything. And then why do they want to sell everything? So they have why would they start selling things?
Okay, let me try to explain what's going on here. This divorce, if you're looking at this, I've seen this happen before. He's getting sued for lots of money. Okay. He's getting sued for the money he's owed. He's getting sued for the interest he's owes on that money. He's getting sued for not paying those other lawsuits that he's been ordered to pay for.
That's right. I forgot about that.
This is all happening to him. So this divorce, they're going to try to find the assets, finalize everything, and hand over everything to her, because then it is her money. Then once that happens, Tom, those lawsuits are going to take longer to take now because he's in the middle of a divorce. So therefore, they're going to have to take a stop, hold on a second. He has to finish these other legal battles to get through first. And the divorce takes precedent. He is a very smart attorney for doing this. No matter that he has unpaid debt, he's taking this money and he's hiding it. And this is ridiculous. So what he's to try to explain this in layman's terms, he's giving the money to Erika to hold for a little bit. He said, okay, we're going to get a divorce. You're going to take the blunt of the money. You have to promise me you aren't going to spend it. We're going to put it in an offshore account in your name. So it's your assets.
Well, what's the purpose of an offshore account? I keep hearing all these people talking about money in offshore accounts. Go ahead. Okay,
so there's two ways you can do it. So you can do it in the Cayman Islands or in Switzerland. A Cayman Islands offshore account is somewhere, it's a very easy way to hide the money because you do it in the Cayman Islands and you don't have to report the income, and you can put it in a company owned by another company. It's very easy to hide.
Oh, this is getting sticky. I mean, the more you're explaining things to me, the more I'm convinced that this divorce is a sham in order for them to hide money. Bottom line.
This is truly what's happening. And I was just thinking about all these assets she can sell in a minute. All of her jewelry, the Cartier Panther ring, sells for $60,000 at Cartier and has a 2 to 6 year waiting list. She could turn around to Christie's or an auction house like Sotheby's Jewelry and sell it for double to like 3 times what she paid for it. All of the jewelry can be liquidated like you wouldn't believe. All the assets can be liquidated.
They have a house. I think they have a house, and how much is it worth?
It's worth right now, the last time I checked, it's worth about $7 million. Now keep in mind, in that economy, houses, that's a great price for a Beverly Hills house, because in a house in California, because houses can go up to $500 million in California, but a $6 million house is a great way to get.
She doesn't live in Beverly Hills. She lives in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Can they still get what the house is worth?
They can, I think they could comfortably expect if $6 million, they could probably expect $6 million if they want to get it quickly, and $5 million cash. Now, also, I do want to talk about Tom's art collection by Sharrell. Yes, his art collection is all by artists who are right now, it's at a great art price point because it's not in the high millions. It's in like the mid 100,000s going up to $1 million. Those paintings you can sell at First Dibs to other sites too. You can sell on First Dibs by yourself. You can sell it to Sotheby's, Christie's.
Erika, I think this, Andrew, if they have all these assets, why is he broke?
Because he spent the money. Because he spent the money he owes people. So I'm going to look at it this way. He had a lot of cash. He blew the cash. That's all gone. Now all he has is what these assets are worth. Is that what you're saying? Exactly. He's asset rich, but cash poor. But in a divorce, that's what you want to be right now. Because assets, yes, you're entitled to half. You're entitled to whatever they want to give you with no prenuptial agreement. Erika could walk away with everything in assets because cash is treated differently than home assets. Because even though a painting is worth $450,000, it's still hung on their wall. That's going to be treated differently than $450,000 in cash.
Yeah.
Because the processes and the loops you have to jump through, but you can do it. It's so easy to sell these assets and to get and to gain that money back. It's ingenious in a way.
So you're saying it's not the most, he's broke and he's really found a way to get himself out of it and walking away with as much cash as he possibly can. It's a smart move, right?
Exactly. And one thing I don't think I mentioned before this, but he's going to file for bankruptcy with all the debt. Yeah. He's going to try to, what he's going to do is he's going to liquidate all the assets that he has before the divorce, whether that means he buys Erika more jewelry with his retirement fund, and that is just to sell it. That's to sell it to put onto another offshore account. It really, if people invest too much into this case and he gets with the wrong prosecutor, it could be considered money laundering.
Okay, well, look, so he found a way that possibly could save his money. But why are you saying that his law license is in danger?
This is by the second lawsuit he has just been slapped with by malpractice by Judy. This is accusing him of not paying the full amount, malpractice, wrongdoing, and I believe there's 5 counts as well. This, if a court looked at this, they would say, okay, Tom, you didn't present yourself well in this case. You're of senior age. He's 81. 81. In a court, they might require him to take the bar again, which is the bar exam to get certified again, or they're going to have to prove his legal sense because he may not be seen as mentally strong enough in the court of law anymore to defend himself against clients.
Okay, so if he's doing this as a business move, he 110% needs Erika to do this, to practically save his life, both his career life, his money life, and probably his life, because he's at an age where it's hard to start all over again.
Exactly. I mean, if Tom, and especially, I don't even think he could get a job teaching law at a university because of his age, because they don't want to, he can't get tenure. He's past an age. It would be very hard for him to progress with a new career at this point now.
But what he has gotten himself into is all self-induced by overspending and making foolish business moves, right?
Yeah. This is all alleged, but this is what allegedly is really going on for you guys. This is Tom and Erika's case right now. They're going to try to hide it and they're going to say, well, we grew apart. We've lived separate lives. I think Erika is going to let the cheating rumor get out, that they've both been cheating on each other, and let it get out to protect themselves.
This is calculated. Okay. This is a shrewd, calculated business move. And you explaining everything to me the way that you are today, I'm thinking this is absolutely a setup, a move designed to save their finances, Tom's career, and then Tom's life, because he's too old to start all over again. No one can start all over at 81.
Yeah, this is and the thing is, I think they're just going to realize, okay, Erika, how many storylines do you think you can get off this divorce? We move all the money. It takes max a year. You get a max year left on the show. And I spend out the rest of my life in the Cayman Islands we can spend it out the rest of life in the Cayman Islands or Switzerland. I've got 5 years left and you can just take the money.
Well, let me ask you a question, okay? If you were Tom, would you do it?
Yes, because his assets are truly endangered, because now his cars could get repoed if he doesn't file for bankruptcy and give everything to Erika. Wow. Things could seriously not end well. And the thing is, a lawsuit and a divorce, anything legal, you have some knowledge of it. It's not like you wake up one morning and you're all like, you read in the news and they're like, X and X filed a case against Tom Girardi and to pay $20 million. And you're just going to be like, and Tom's just sitting there. I didn't know I was getting sued. You know about this months in advance. Like, this is not
very smart about this, because listen, if what we're saying is true, they are smarter than we think. Let's save our money. Let's put our own rumor that we're cheating on each other.
I'm sorry. If I had an estimated, I bet you he can probably liquidate about $50 million in assets. I think
is one blog, you call one blog to say, oh, I hear they're having an affair, and then that gets around town, and no one's paying attention to what they're really doing, unless your name is Rich Andrew, and then you get wind that she's trying to liquidate the plane. That's what's going on.
If you ever need a plane broker, hit me up on Instagram because I have a great broker. Also for yachts, if you would like a yacht, I have a great broker too. But yeah,
we might be endangering their plan, okay, by letting everyone know what's going on. That Rich Andrew found out because he's rich that they're trying to sell the plane.
I would not be surprised if I get a call from like the IRS saying, we need you to answer some questions in your involvement in the Erika Girardi against Tom Girardi case.
Yeah. We're going to be hated, Andrew.
Yes. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Girardi, while you're still that, let me give you a piece of advice. Okay. You're about to have a lot of liquid cash. Erika, it's going to be in your possession. Instead of spending $60,000 a month on a glam squad, instead of buying your jewelry back, can I tell you what I would do? This is what I would do. I would invest that money over a year period so you can avoid the interest tax while the stock market's kind of low right now. You invest, you maybe put $2,000 in Apple shares, watch it grow. Just Erika Tom, put some money in the stock market, hide it, put it through an LLC.
Look at it, Erika. Glam squad, they've got to go. They've got to go. You can't run around town with them. Right. Yeah, it just draws too much attention. It really, I can't say I'm broke and then still gallivant around town with the glam squad. It makes no sense. Rich Andrew, are you prepared? We might get hate mail from Erika herself. How dare you share this information? And this is what we're going to do. Oh, we're sorry, Erika. We didn't mean to offend you, but you are selling the plane and trying to liquidate everything so you can send your money to the Cayman Islands.
Like, Erika. Erika, I can't help but just admire your plan because I think I would do the exact same thing.
I mean, if it helps, Erika, he's saying that you guys are brilliant. Don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, you guys are so smart. Like, claps for you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
round of applause.
Messed up his millions of dollars by blowing it. This is how I will want him to save everything. We think you're very smart, Mr. Girardi. Claps.
I'll be using this case in case this ever happens to me. Yeah. But for legal reasons, I didn't just say that.
I know. You're saying that this is going to be your roadmap if you ever go broke?
Yeah, if I ever get sued for debt or like not paying something, hopefully I won't. But, I'll just say, okay, here's all of my assets. I need to protect them. Just put them in this offshore account. So you're not doing anything illegal.
Is the offshore account illegal? Can people?
No, it's a loophole. It's a loophole.
They can do it, right? You're allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I always hear about people having offshore accounts. That's what people want to hide money. That's what I'm to think when I hear this, right?
Another person. Now, speaking of divorces, I want to talk about the person who did not make out well in her divorce. And that was Miss Sonia Morgan.
Oh, what happened?
We all know that she got the X amount of dollars. She got lots of money in her divorce, or supposedly. I have attained their entire divorce, the settlement. I have it all. I actually have it all in file. See, this is what it pays to have an attorney for. Sharrell, you know this, but like it pays to have an attorney. And if you have legal access, all you have to do, because a person in the legal profession, they can access all legal documents in the system. Uh-huh. So I accessed Sonia Morgan's divorce. All the money was in a Swiss bank account on his end. She got it. He gave her enough to make the divorce look believable. So on the taxes, he could still make it look like it was fine. And she did have a prenuptial agreement. Oh, she did. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she of course, she was a topless waitress in Aspen. I mean,
wait, what? What did you just say?
She was a waitress.
Sonia?
Yeah, she was a waitress.
Locked up and got a Morgan?
Yeah.
No.
After 3 times he proposed. After 3 times he proposed in Aspen.
Well, why do you think that marriage fell apart?
Okay. I think what happened is he was so old. I mean, apparently they still say that like him and her are best friends, but I think apparently
she had an affair. Is that what I heard? She did.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. She blew it, and then you didn't get that much money compared to what he's
worth. France, yeah. She lost, and then even the little she got in the divorce, she lost it in the bankruptcy. I've read that case, and that one is
filed bankruptcy.
Yup, in 2008, she gave $25 million to a movie that never even came into production.
She's not smart, is she? She's not smart. Oh my God.
$25 million. Yeah. $25 million, everybody.
On a movie that sucked. Really?
And I love Sonia. Sonia is my New York City girl. I love her.
She just can't be your accountant.
I can't even be the secretary at the accountant's office.
It's so funny. I feel bad because I like Sonia too. But, you know, she's not the smartest. Oh, my God. I mean, listen, let's just give credit to where credit's due. Tom, he's a dumb genius.
You didn't pay what you were due, and now you're liquidating everything, and you're doing the smartest situation, and you're doing the smartest thing in a very dumb situation. I think that's the best way to put it.
He is the dumbest genius we've ever met.
Right. Oh.
I know. Is there such thing as a dumb genius? If it is, he's one. He's really one.
No, but the one thing in Erika's divorce that is going to hurt her is the fact that she never had kids with him. Yeah. Yes, she had her son in the marriage, but it wasn't a biological Tom Girardi's child. Yeah. This will hurt her in the divorce, unfortunately.
Yeah, because these two aren't really getting it. They're getting it, but they're still going to be a couple. They're doing it to save their lives. I mean, yeah. I mean, do you think she's embarrassed?
I think the fact is she's not going to want this publicly aired. She's asking for privacy. Erika Jayne is asking for privacy.
Oh my God. I know. You're not getting it. I'm sorry, Erika. We like you. I mean, you're just not going to get it, especially when Rich Andrew's on the job. Do we feel bad that we have to, blow up their plan and let everyone know? You're on the
No, because if you have any idea about this world, you can easily just dissect it, and you can be like, okay, this is here going here. They're selling my little, like, the coyote ears were like raised when I had my broker run the tail number, and I was like,
it was a brilliant plan. They leaked their own stories that they're both having affairs. If you weren't on the job and if you weren't who you are, the common person wouldn't have access to that. They wouldn't have no idea. So, we're sorry. Are we sorry?
No, I am not sorry, because I just would like to I'm going to mark this territory that we are the first to report on that.
First one to call it out.
We are really going in on this Erika Girardi divorce. We said it was one of the 3 getting divorced. We were right. If Tom gets arrested, or like both of them get arrested for money laundering, we were here first.
Let's take a couple questions from the chat, and then we're going to end this early because I know you're really busy. Listen, first I want to publicly thank you you're on the Erika job. You called the divorce. You're called the liquidating of the assets. One for my buddy, my co-host.
Thank you.
Let's start taking questions and see what people are saying. She will not wait for Tom. She will keep everything for herself.
Okay. Now this If you want to, I have a friend who did this and their parents went to jail for doing this.
Okay. Went to jail? Okay, what happened?
Yeah. So they were hiding money from the IRS, as you know, most people do.
No, they do?
Yeah, they were hiding, their parents were hiding money from the IRS. Guess what they did with a plane? So they had a private jet and they were going to Switzerland to deposit all the money. They took the carpet of a private jet, they ripped it up and they stuffed the cash underneath the carpet as they flew to Switzerland. So they didn't have to declare a dime because it was in the plane, because then the plane, they had a property in Switzerland where the hangar was, so they could bring in so then you could just bring in the money. And the suitcases, they had like nothing in them, and so they could just wield the cash.
Where were the 2 places you told me to have accounts? You said the Caymans, right?
The Caymans in Switzerland.
Where is that?
Switzerland?
No, Cayman. The Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands, it's in the Caribbean.
Wow. Well, listen, Andrew, thank you so. I love this so much for blowing up their plan. I know, and exposing it, because it didn't make any sense. It had to be the affair. I was buying that, but now that you've presented me with this, this is the only way to save their lives. It really is. There's nothing else they could do. And he's in danger of losing his license. I would do this in a second.
This is the livelihood. Okay, at this point, folks, this is their livelihood up for stake here. And Erika, you know, she might be a gold digger. She might be a gold digger to the bone, but I would not be surprised if Tom does not have a hefty life insurance policy.
Yes, I mean.
He has to, because he makes more. He makes all the money.
Oh my God, Andrew, we are bad. Yes, we got to keep our eye on Erika. She might have an insurance policy. It's so bad. Tom, you need to hire a food taster, because your life right now depends on Erika in every way, to save your business, to save their money. And then, you know, you don't want to make her mad. You might have a life insurance policy.
He's past the average life expectancy for a man.
I feel so bad. What's the average life expectancy for a man?
I believe it's 78. He's 81.
We're going.
She's counting that money right now. She's like, with her thumbs. Okay, Tom.
No. One more question. If you divorce someone, you could still keep that life insurance policy on them, right? Unless it's stated in the divorce decree.
If he has to pay alimony, then yes, yeah. If he has to pay alimony.
We're bad. We are bad. Listen, Andrew, if you get any more information, just send it my way and we'll go right on live like we did today. Thank you so much for a great, job. Yeah. You are on. I mean, I think Erika Girardi has a picture of you in her room.
She's doing the knife throwing, like they do axe throwing. On all those shows, they do like axe throwing, knife throwing, like escape rooms.
She hates us. I know.
You exposed her plan. All right, I live in Washington. You know, I live in the DC area too, so you know we can just. I can go
hire a bodyguard. Your life is in danger right now. All right, Andrew. Listen, I wanted to thank everyone for the super chats. You don't have to give, but thank you so much for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it, don't we, Andrew? It's really sweet.
Yes, we do. It's so, guys, you guys don't have to do it, but you do, which is incredible. Yeah.
We are, and then also thank you for joining the chat on such short notice again. But we don't know when Andrew is going to come through with information. So thank you guys for joining on this short notice. Did you have any last words, Andrew?
Put the money underneath the carpet of the jet, Erika. You've got the Gulfstream already. If the Gulfstream doesn't sell, put the money underneath the carpet.
Okay, on 3. Let's say bye, Andrew. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye.